situation in Ukraine.
Jake, a Hamas spokesperson this afternoon essentially rejected the ceasefire plan that President Biden laid out. He said they wouldn't agree to a plan until Israel laid out its terms for a permanent end to the war. I mean, how disappointing is that for you? And I wonder if we can circle back to last Friday, and the president seemed like there were some statements afterwards. It seemed like there was sort of an opening here for a deal, which was quickly closed. So were you all surprised with the quick rejection, both from Israel and Hamas, to this latest proposal?
First of all, I take issue with the end of your question where you said Israel rejected the proposal. The Prime Minister's own advisor went out publicly and said they accepted the proposal. They have reaffirmed that they have accepted the proposal. The proposal, as described by President Biden, is a proposal that Israel accepted before and continues to accept today, and the ball's in Hamas's court as to whether they're going to accept it or not. Now, we are waiting for a response from Hamas. You're going to hear a lot of things in the media, a lot of statements from a lot of different voices and a lot of different people. We will regard a formal response as one that gets conveyed to the Qataris, who were the ones who transmitted the proposal from the Israeli negotiators to Hamas. We have not gotten that yet. We're in not just daily but hourly contact with the Qataris. If we hear anything, we'll let you know. But I will point this out. The president said in his speech not that Hamas had accepted the proposal, but that they should. So he acknowledged on Friday Hamas may choose that they think it's just better to let the war and the suffering and the violence continue. That wouldn't be terribly out of character for a vicious and brutal terrorist group. But what we hope they will do in the end is see that the best pathway to an end to this war, the return of all the hostages, a surge of humanitarian assistance, is to accept this proposal, which is a good proposal that the United States stands behind, that Israel has accepted, that the G7 has endorsed, that the Egyptians and Qataris have endorsed, and that much of the rest of the world has rallied to support. The onus is on Hamas, and it will remain on Hamas until we get a formal response from them.
Again with Israel, Jake, and also this week's theme of lessons learned from the past. How does the U.S.'s own experience in trying to root out Iraq's Ba'athist party, how does that inform your view of Israel's desire to politically and militarily destroy Hamas? Is there any daylight between Israel and Washington on this issue?
Look, I've stood at the podium and said that our view is that the comprehensive defeat of terror in Gaza, including Hamas and other terrorist groups, requires military action, and we've seen military action, but it requires that military operation to be connected to a broader strategy. And what we would continue to encourage Israel to do is to have a comprehensive, holistic strategy, including for a day after in Gaza, that builds an alternative vision for the future of a stable Gaza that is not a platform for terror, where people are protected, where there is the capacity for the civilian population of Gaza to get the assistance and rebuilding that they so badly deserve, and that the United States is prepared to participate in, as well as the Arab world and the rest of the world as well. So what we would like to see ultimately is a comprehensive, coherent strategy that connects military operations to a strategic endgame, and we will keep pressing and encouraging the Israelis to follow that course as we continue.
Jake, on Ukraine, if